Dear Queen, we've seen you cross over the threshold of greatness. You are courageous, holding your crown in a world that tells you to sit down, be seen, but don't speak. You are unique, breaking ankles and glass on #1 draft, making moves and points to guard the visions from your heart as you take charge and stand tall with the ball raised high in your court. And for that we applaud and support. This is for the girls with hoop dreams and those respectfully on their team. Welcome to Protect Our Queens.
You know we gotta protect our queen, Miss Diamond Miller. This is my girl right here. You know this is my girl now. Not just because she's a phenomenal basketball player, really one of the more unique women's basketball players I've probably ever seen, but she's a great human being. I got to cover her in high school and at the McDonald's All-American game, and I watched her a lot this year in her freshman year. You did a great job. That college bump is a little different, right? What did you have to adjust to first?
The first thing I actually noticed is when we were playing South Carolina and I was going to get a rebound, and I just remembered like 3 girls were just elbowing me in my stomach area, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not high school no more. Just how fast, how strong everybody is. It's just an amazing feeling. It's fun, great competition, you know.
The moment you step on that upper level, it's like these people are bigger, these people are stronger. I mean, it's a whole new world.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would you put as your toughest players to guard, or even the people you wish you could have played with?
I guess I could say maybe like Aaliyah Boston is a tough player to guard just because she's so big. And like, I remember it was a switch one time and I had to guard her, and I was just like, what can I do to stop this girl from scoring? Just because she's just such a great post player, and she does everything really well, and she could finish through anything pretty much. She's probably one of the toughest players to guard.
What about like guards? Because you do get switched a lot. You're one of those
Yeah.
multi-positional defenders.
That one's a tough one. I don't really know.
Somebody bopped you. Somebody caught you, Dime. I want to know who it was.
She's over here like, nah, I got everyone on lock.
Yeah, look.
I forget her name, but she goes to Northwestern. Their point guard is really good, actually. I can't think of her name right now, but she gave us a run for our money, especially the first time we played Northwestern. She was killing us, like literally. Nobody pretty much could guard her. It was just like she was just dogging us.
Is it a light-skinned girl? I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she gets to it. What's some advice that you'd give to some girls coming up that want to play Division I basketball, or that are going to play Division I basketball? Just what are some things that you just right off the bat that you learned that you would offer as advice for them?
Especially your freshman year, just really take in everything you learned, because it is only going to make you better as a person and as a player. There's going to be some struggles freshman year. It's real. It's different. You were once one of the best players on your team. Now everybody on your team is just as good as you. So how do you adapt? Some people get it right away. For me, I had to take a little more baby steps, but it's going to happen. Once you get it, you're going to be perfectly fine and you're going to feel comfortable. And one thing I could say, be comfortable being uncomfortable, because college is all about that. Like, you're in uncomfortable situations, but how do you adapt? So that's my biggest advice, just go through those growing pains. And once you get through it, you're fine, but you just got to get through them first, because some days it's just, you feel so low. You're like, oh my gosh, what am I actually doing here? Like, this is not the player I want to be. And then some days you're like, this is why I'm here, because I could do this, that, and the third. So once you just relax, take a deep breath, just everything should be okay. If you just keep working hard and fight through it, that's all I could say, really.
Give me an example of something this year that just, it could be any little thing that was just like a real learning lesson for you that made you uncomfortable, or what was something that kind of hit you like, man, I'm here now. I gotta get used to this.
I guess it was before the Big Ten tournament, and we had a team practice, and usually we have scout guys, but since we were traveling, it was just the team. And my teammate, Blair Watson at the time, she just graduated, now she's playing overseas, but she was playing some great defense on me. I was like, and we were doing this drill, and she was like stealing the ball like almost every time. And like, I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they keep passing me the ball right now if I keep turning it over? You know? But like in that situation, you just got to push through. And like I was pushing through. She got me a couple of times. She was stealing the ball, you know, but that one time when you break through and she didn't steal the ball from me, it was just like, okay, I'm okay. I could do this, you know, just stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know. That was just one moment that really stood out when Blair was playing excellent defense on me.
It's always big when you get that sort of that wake up call, and then it's like, okay, this is really what it's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Going off of like, giving advice and everything like that, who would you name as your top 5 queens right now? And that means the most influential, the most, the ones that have given you the best advice, the ones you look up to the most. Like, who are your top 5?
Of course, my mom is number 1 because, yes, she's the best queen there is, personally, that I know. I love her to death. And you gotta put Beyonce, just everything she does. Maya Moore too, because that girl is a queen. Because to be able to not play basketball and still make a difference is just amazing. I have 2 more. Who is another queen? There's a lot. Gabrielle Union, you could put her there, and my older sister, I put her up there too because she's a fighter as well.
That's a great list. That's a great list. What do you want to get out of basketball? So now that you have 1 year of college under your belt, you're seeing more, you're learning more, you're seeing more about what the game is and how it's meant to be played, and you're evolving as a player and as a human being. So, of course you want to play pro. I know you want to play pro, and you're gonna be a pro. You're already a pro in my eyes. But I want to know, what do you want to get out of the game? What does the game do for you, and what do you feel like you want to get out of it ultimately?
Just inspire the younger generation because my dad has an AAU team, and sometimes I go to the workouts and I don't realize how much of an impact I am to these younger kids. Like this one girl's like, hi, she said her name to me, and I was just like, and she looked so nervous. And I'm like, I'm just a regular person. Why are you so nervous right now?
You ain't regular. You ain't regular. Yeah. That's why she nervous, because you ain't regular, girl.
Exactly.
Like you never realize how much you're impacting other people. So just always trying to be an inspiration and just trying my best to be the best person I could be, so they could see the best of Diamond. And that was a shocker to me because you don't like I said, you don't realize how much of an impact you have on people who you don't even probably know. Like I probably seen that girl once or twice in my life, and she was so scared to say hi to me, and I'm just like, girl, I'm regular. You don't need to be scared. I'm not gonna bite. But like that was just a eye opener, just to see how like nervous she was just to say hi to me or just to be on the same court as me. It was so weird. It was so weird.
So I think what we got next, I think we have some would you rathers.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
So who would you rather play with, as in on your team, between Elena Deladon and Candace Parker?
I don't know. Some reason I'm going to have to go with Elena Deladon just because I went to a Mystics game this year, and it was amazing to watch her play. It was just like, she's so intense, and like, she would make me better. I don't know. I would just rather play with her. Candace Parker is a great person too. I would want to play with both of them. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Something about Elena Deladon makes me I just want to play with her. Yeah.
Hey, I'll always endorse that answer. Deladon's my girl. That's my number one right there. So
yeah. I don't know.
Whose career would you rather have? Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, or Steph Curry?
That's a tough one. Okay, it's between Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I think I would rather have Kawhi Leonard He's silent but deadly. He doesn't talk that much. He's a really awkward person, and personally, from the outside looking in, he seems like a really awkward person. I'm pretty sure he's really not that awkward, but he's just so low key, so to himself. Like, he doesn't let any of the other stuff get in his way, and he just balls every night. I love the way he plays. He's a monster. Let's be honest. Like, he's just so tough.
Whose career would you want between Allen Iverson, James Harden, or Tracy McGrady?
Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to go with Tracy McGrady.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I said that, I was watching this interview of Kobe, and someone asked who was like the toughest player to guard. And he said Tracy McGrady, and that was just a shocker because everybody hears about him, but you don't know how actually good he was. Like, personally, I never really seen him play in real life. So to hear that from Kobe, then you just have to respect his game, because like, he was tough. Kobe literally said, don't quote me, but it was something along the lines like, he was just taller. He could do everything I could do, but he was just taller. What made it so hard for him to guard. And he must have been really tough.
He was. You I know you've seen the video, the 13 points and what was it, 30 turning in 35?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. But like, I haven't really watched like a full game of him or anything of that.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. T-Mac was like that, believe me. Yeah. He was like that. Would you rather be up 2 on the road with 1 minute left, but you have 4 fouls, all right? Or you're down 6 at home with 1:30 left and you got 40?
That's a tough one, but I love to win. So I'm gonna have to say the first scenario, and I'm just not gonna foul for the last 2 minutes of the game. I'm just not. I love to win, so
you'd rather start ahead and just be winning, and then from there you feel like if you're already winning, you're not gonna lose.
Yeah, I have enough confidence that we're not gonna lose those last 2 minutes. We're gonna bang them out, and we're gonna win it. So, but then again, the second scenario could go the same way. I'm like, oh, I already got 40. I could get these 6 points like that. I don't know. But I'm just gonna pick the first scenario just because I believe in my team and everything. We're not losing that last 2 minutes. Either scenario, we were gonna win regardless. But a scenario I'd rather be up, you know.
You guys were, respectfully probably the best team in the Big Ten this year. You obviously didn't get a chance to close it out, but how confident were you in the Big Ten tournament this year?
We were super confident. I think we felt like we were the best team, so we showed it. I think we were on a winning streak before the season unfortunately ended, but yeah, we were ready. We were excited too.
Who do you think the toughest team would have been in the Big Ten tournament to go up against?
It was Indiana for sure. We played them in the finals just because the Big Ten tournament was in Indiana too, so it was like they were the home team when we were the home team. Like, the crowd that game was amazing. Like, everybody, it was a packed house. It was that atmosphere. Oh my gosh, that game was amazing.
How much more confident do you feel going into your sophomore year? What are some things that you just feel more comfortable about with your game, having a year under your belt, feeling that bump, seeing what it's like? What do you expect for yourself now going into next year?
I definitely expect more just because I know what to expect. Like, freshman year, you have so many expectations that you want, but you don't know exactly how it's going to happen. But now I know, like, especially the seniors did a great job, like, having the freshmen under their wing, and I'm ready. I'm really excited. And I think I could cause a lot of damage just because, yeah, just have a lot of confidence. I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, I'm really excited. And it should be a lot of fun next season, to be honest.
So are we saying next year, Diamond Miller, Big Ten Player of the Year? Is that what?
That's what I'm waiting to hear. That's what I want to hear. I'm like, listen, Don. You know what time in Jersey? You know we get to it. We don't cut corners. So that's what I'm waiting to hear.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Definitely.